What if this is all we have? Canterbury, light up the weed, oh yeah.
Shot of Discourse.
Yes.
Episode I forgot already. It's your boy, DebtFreeDeem.
This might be 4. Hey guys, I'm Yaaz.
No.
No, this is like...
You messing up my intro.
What? How did I miss
Shot of Discourse, DebtFreeDeem. I'm here with...
It's Yaaz. You want me to say some other crazy...
Flow.
I just said...
You ain't get a nickname
I
yet?
said no. How you gonna get a nickname for Yaaz? Like...
Y'all assistant.
Hey, it's Nurse Bay. Like, I mean, I could call myself Nurse Bay.
You
Like,
gonna
I don't know.
Okay. We
ready?
got off camera. It's
Jamie.
yourself.
I have no nickname.
He's light skinned and too pretty, so he's not gonna be on camera this episode. And as you can see, guys, the studio setup has changed.
It's different. Isn't this great?
We got colors. We got tables.
The aesthetic.
Chairs. So, funny story. The executive producer, my wife,
Shout out to her.
actually allowed the budget to kind of be stretched. She got me this as my Christmas gift. So we doing a little
You
thing.
went over budget for this one.
You need to go into the mic.
You went over budget for this one.
You can fix it.
A little closer.
Yeah, get yourself good, man.
You said
got
you,
headphones, so we got-
went over this one.
Yeah, we ain't got headphones, man.
All right, so you hear me now.
So, yeah, we got everything situated where, like, we got some furniture, we got rugs. She put her eye on it, and this all started because I've been gone guest starring on another podcast.
Oh, look at you.
Right.
Okay.
I'm trying to expand my
Okay,
brand.
El
I'm trying to
Jefe.
grow. I'm trying to
Okay,
grow.
El Jefe.
But let's do things right before we have this conversation. Will you
Hello.
shot glass, sir?
Oh, it's gone.
Your
Oh, wow. What's happening?
See,
You
shot of
know it.
discourse,
My
man.
bad.
It's
Already
all right.
gone.
I do the same thing. It's all right. All right, let's get into it. So, like I said, I've been gone for a little bit.
Yeah.
For the past couple of weeks.
Traveling.
Been traveling.
Doing your thing.
I was in Springfield, Massachusetts for a little while. And I guest starred on the Godforsations podcast. Some people from my old church. We talked about why, we're losing black men in church.
Wow.
We talked about,
That's heavy.
how we could get more people involved and really try to expand the black church to develop people's talents and actually keep them in there. So that was a good conversation. Also, I went to Mississippi. No one does that for vacation, but
That's
I
a
did.
big difference. Massachusetts to Mississippi? Oh, okay.
Liberal to racist, real fast.
I mean, if you want to
Drake
put
can
it
make
like that.
song. Liberal,
Right.
wait, racist, real quick.
You
Real
seen all the
quick.
spectrums real fast.
Oh yeah. So that was dope. First thing I got to do was see my dad, and he gave me an address to pull up to,
Nice.
and it was a burned down house.
Wow.
So his friend bought a house for like $3,500, real cheap, and the ceiling, the roof was like caved in, broken in. So we started off the vacation putting up a roof.
Is this the fixer upper? Like, is that what that?
Yeah. It's usually like people don't live in burned down houses.
I know, but I was confused because I was trying to figure out where the narrative was going. Like, you bought.
Oh,
it was
no, I'm just showing you how like my dad gets down.
Oh, okay.
Like, no
All right.
vacation. It's
All
like,
right.
we gonna
He started
put up-
from literally from the bottom. Started
Yeah.
from the bottom. Now
we
we're here.
gonna put up this house.
Got
today.
it. Today.
So my brother from California was there, and he looked depressed already. It was immediate. I'm sad, and you're gonna join me here.
Because it had no roof.
Oh yeah. But he's been there for so long, and it's cold and it's hot, and like so, like we're literally tearing off pieces of the roof, putting
Wow.
in new like rafter board. So there's the pitch, and then it's coming down, and then, so we're putting that up. I'm seeing that, and then we're putting up like the plywood floor.
right.
on the bottom.
Right.
It's some material like that. We're putting that back on the roof.
Yeah.
So we basically in 4 days put a whole new like subroof on top of this house.
Wow.
So now the next step is putting up like the plastic, and then the shingles go on top of there. But my dad likes to subcontract crackheads.
Duh,
So,
they do it for cheap.
Yeah,
They do
they're
it
not
cheap.
really reliable.
Nah,
They're not reliable.
you gotta catch them on the fly. Like, you literally gotta catch them when they in the midst of like needing their next high,
Yeah.
because then they be ready to go.
That's real bad. That's real
Like,
bad.
they be ready to
This
go.
might have a little. We probably need an article on Bigger Pockets about dealing with crackhead subcontractors.
That's fine.
That would probably be a good thing to.
That's fine. I'm here
kinda
for it.
research and
Because
get
you
into.
can get them for anything, but you gotta catch them at the right time. When they need to get high, they
Yeah.
will do anything to get that.
So this
Isn't
is
that
what-
like exploitation? Isn't
No,
that
it's
just like,
not, because
talk
that's
about
their
it.
job.
I mean, I'm saying you said like they gotta get that next fix. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get them at that perfect time where they need something.
I'm not exploiting them. They're exploiting themselves because they're like, yo, I need this. What you need done? You need me to change your tire?
Me Too conversation right now.
You need me to change your roof?
Watch yourself.
You need me to buy you new? You need me to steal you new windows? You
For
need
all
soap
those
for your
crackheads
house?
out there, call me. Let's get this fixed, okay?
Like,
Let's not do that. On the Shot of Discourse, we do not condone the use of crackheads. For any bill, but
not unless they want to be used. Okay, guys, we're not sitting here exploiting them. If they want to be used, I'm going to use their services because they're cheaper and they're actually really talented.
Let's get into like an educational thing. Right.
That's cool.
Right.
All right,
now.
cool.
The key thing is, we saw first of all, I didn't even know houses like that were selling for cheap.
So was somebody living in that house, and that's why you were fixing it up for them to go back to it, or was it just?
So I guess the house burned down. They let the taxes elapse on them, or get to an amount that they can't pay. So the city claims the house, right? So now, and that's why I was down there to talk to some of the city people to figure out like when does the tax sale happen? Who do I need to talk to?
Right.
Is there a registration process? So so there's a guy down there now that buys a bulk of the houses on the tax sale.
Okay.
And then I didn't know this, but like you got to wait 2-3 years in order for the house to be yours.
Wow.
So what a guy did 3 years ago
through the tax sale
right.
Okay.
But one guy that my dad knows bought like 10 houses from the tax sale, and now the 3-year span is up. So he sold one of the houses to his friend already. So now this is the first. Yeah. So
how much do you know how much he originally bought it for?
Nah, that would be a good question. Because I didn't want, and that was the other thing. I was like, I'm not dealing with no really middleman thing because he might be just trying to get a little profit.
Right.
But it makes sense what he did. Is like I'll do the work of buying it and then going through if somebody comes back and says, hey, we're gonna pay the taxes and get the house back. And he's selling clean deeds. So he's doing a good business. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So I went to the city, talked to them, and they said the next tax sales would be like in September.
Okay.
So now we're just like saving up, trying to think of trying to find houses that are like that have high taxes on them and see if we could take advantage of that. But I think I'll just mess with that guy who has the bulk of houses and try to buy from there.
And basically fix them up.
But the key thing that I peeped was my dad, like he has a way to get around I probably shouldn't say this on the podcast.
What's it get around?
He's doing a lot of work that's not permitted.
Oh yeah, nah.
So like I'm on the roof and I'm like, yo, we got no hard hat on. I see one string of rope like, to hold somebody. I'm like, this is crazy. And I'm like, what if the city? I'm like, what if the city comes by? He's just like, man, I know the permit person. I know and it's such a small town.
He got connections.
Now I'm seeing the dollar signs because I'm like, yo, if you can just navigate around certain things,
you can build it up.
We could do a nice flip game.
So does he have a license to be doing this?
No, Jamie.
So no license, no permits. I didn't hear any of that.
But he's the most trusted man down there, man. Yo, this work coming in like this, man.
Yeah. That's great.
So now what I'm thinking is like if I could just get a bulk of money together and buy a spot, have my dad do the work.
Right.
I think I could get. I want to pay him obviously because he's quick to go on another job. So I want to be like, focus on this house real quick for 2 months. I just need you
this one. Give a hard dedication.
Pay him up front.
Right. He'll be the general contractor for the job.
Right.
Save me a lot on cost because we're getting the people that you mentioned earlier to do some work. Right. So the labor costs are low. And then boom, I'll sell it for a premium. And how's it down there? I think I was asking you about the comps down there, but I seen houses sell for like $85,000.
Yeah, I watched the on HGTV. There's a couple that live in Mississippi.
Yeah,
that do that.
They
that literally flip. Yeah, they are. They are absolutely. They are this color, but they do that. So they live in like a small town in Mississippi, and they're taking like those older, broken down, abandoned houses, and they're literally flipping them. And a lot of people that come in to buy the houses are either from there or like wanting to move there, and they're like the houses would be like 85, maybe 100, but like you get like a big old, like almost like a mansion for $100,000, and then they're going in and they're renovating it. So I think that would be a good idea.
We'll see how it goes. Yeah. I'm just like I said, man. I just like to jump into things and see what happens.
Right.
But I don't know how you could lose on 3,000. You could sell it.
You can't. Yeah, you can't.
No, you can't.
You gotta be wild.
Yeah, there's no way you're gonna lose on that.
Yeah, especially if the repairs, like you say, if the repairs being done like that, the repair costs can't be that much.
We can get around some stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
then we can win.
You give this aesthetic
So,
that everybody's looking for.
Actually, there's a lot of ways you can lose. It's all good.
Even if they catch you and find you something, you should still be in the green.
Yo, let's say 50,000. I could come up 30.
Right.
Realtor fees and closing costs and all that stuff, I should be okay.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see. I just want to take a shot and see what happens. At least use that as a flip engine. Keep flipping a few houses with them. Get some money in his pocket.
It's a different market.
So y'all flip that no buy and hold down there.
It's not.
It's not for that.
A 3-bedroom is $600 down there, bro.
What? I'm moving. I'm going to Mississippi.
Yeah.
No, you're
No,
not.
I'm not. I'm lying. Mississippi is not going to work for me, but it sounds
When
great.
somebody looks at you like, yo, is there anything to do around here? Well, there's the Walmart. You want to get into something?
Yeah, nah.
You want to get into some fun?
That's the only thing. Yeah. And Mississippi is literally like the
600.
root of like racism. Like literally when you go down there and you go into Mississippi,
there's like some restaurants where I was like, I ain't gonna eat there.
Yeah, like they still operate like that. Like a lot of them, even though we're segregated and we have freedom, they don't believe in that. So you go to those small towns in Mississippi and you got to worry about that. I'm good on that.
You don't believe in.
I mean, you don't even gotta go that far. You go someplace in Virginia and you.
Yeah.
You ain't
Once
gotta
you
go
start
that
getting
far.
further
Go to
south,
Virginia either. West Virginia?
Yeah.
I'm surprised they got
Yeah.
black football players on that college team.
Yeah. Once you start going like Virginia, you start hitting like North Carolina, you start hitting South Carolina and all of those further down. Nah.
Yeah, but you get some land down there, man. I was driving. We drove from Natchez to like New Orleans, like 2-hour, 50-minute drive, and the amount of space that was out there was just crazy, man. Like the land that you could probably get.
But then you gotta think about like the climate though. Like you talk about New Orleans. Like New Orleans is prone to like tornadoes.
True.
They're prone to
Why you always think about fear first?
No,
I mean,
because I'm thinking like when you're going
gotta
to
think
invest.
about that.
Yeah, right. Like when you're going to invest.
We
in
gotta
these-
get out of the mindset
No,
of fear, bro.
no.
She didn't say don't do it, Khadijah.
No, I didn't say
she
that.
said you
I
gotta
said
think
you gotta
about
be
it.
mindful. Like
That's
when you're
it.
going to build and you trying to flip these properties, like you gotta have that insurance in there because they have the tornadoes, they have the hurricanes, they have all of these things. So now your flip is going to cost you a little bit more money because you have to get people to want to come down there because they know that this is the type of climate down there.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
Yes. But don't scare everybody.
I'm
man.
not scaring
I
you.
like,
Scare
to think, I
nobody.
like to think the frontier wide open. We got to stop thinking about like the issues that might come up. We got to just go into stuff, man.
Can we not be naive though and act like they're not there?
They're there.
I want
there.
us to start acting like it's not there though,
No,
because a lot.
why?
Hold on,
We've been
can I
operating
explain?
like that for a
Please,
long time.
Can I
please
explain?
Please
Yes,
explain.
you can.
The issue is that sometimes we get like analysis paralysis and things, especially investments that,
True.
and we overthink a lot of things
True.
rather than just doing it and learning. Sometimes a $10,000 mistake one time can lead to $1 million down the road if you adjust yourself.
That's true.
But when you don't start, that's what I got a problem with.
I get it. Like I said, I wasn't saying don't do it because I would do it, but I would be mindful that there's a possibility that these
Right.
things can
Of course,
happen.
yeah, of
You know what I'm saying? I would still invest in it because, like you said, it's an open market, and if it's a place to make money,
Right.
cool. But I will also know, like, listen, you can lose money because of this type of land and the climate and the way things are going. So
Right.
just be mindful. Don't go into it thinking that that's not going to happen. You got to know that it's a possibility. That's all I'm
Of course,
saying.
I feel you.
That's it.
But I'm out here, baby.
I think it's a great idea.
I agree.
We're going to try. So like I said, I'm going to flip.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to flip down there, flip a couple houses, and then see if I can bring the money back here and then do my buy and hold strategy here.
Gotcha.
That's it.
Yeah.
Where you
Shout
been?
out to you.
What you been doing? We ain't chatting in a while.
I know. I've literally been on a self-love journey. Honestly, like becoming her. It's this theme, like becoming her. That's literally what I've been doing. Trying to get my
Sounds
life
so
together.
gay.
It doesn't
It's
sound
gay for you because you guys are men. You're not gonna become her. Like
You
I'm,
ever you
I'm-
like
I'm-
imagine if I said like where you
You're
been?
becoming
Khadijah?
him.
Oh yeah, I was self-loving myself.
becoming him.
No, literally. You know
Go
what?
ahead, go ahead.
Screw you guys.
Yeah, you know you was gonna get the heat. But
That's
go ahead.
fine.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's cool. But I'm
All
just saying, like, I literally had to do like some reflection, like almost like a recenter, refocus type of thing. And literally, like, I started writing like boundaries
Good.
and like manifesting like what I want for me, like what I want from my person and things that I'm not taking, things that I am okay with. Like, all right, cool. So I had to really write those things down, and I have to tell myself, like, you gotta stick to it. So I've been literally been recording every
Really good.
day how I've been feeling. Like, oh, today was a good day, or oh, it's not a good day, or this is why, and stuff like that, so that I can go back and look at that stuff. So that's what I've been doing.
Good, man.
Reflection.
Anything coming out of that?
I am in a better space than I was a few weeks ago.
Mhm.
Every day is different. But I've been like, I feel like I'm happier now. Like recording those things puts it, because I can get it out. Like I'm talking it out. I'm not talking to anybody specific, but I'm recording myself so that I have it if I want to go back to it and say, hey, how are you feeling that day? And what got you through that? So it's been good.
All right, man.
It's on the up and up.
Look, man, I always, it's funny how women get to do this.
Hey.
Men tend to.
It's called a shot of discourse.
We can. We just choose not to.
Thank you, bestie.
Those were the thoughts from Jamie Adams.
Thank you, bestie.
We just choose not to.
Yes.
Tell your wife that you want to self-love and keep a journal.
You see how you just literally just said that sounds like a female thing. Like, it's really not. It's a person thing. And I think that men actually need to do it a little bit more.
Oh, man. The thing is, if we do it, y'all not going to even like us.
That's not true. That's not true. Who's telling you this?
Women.
No, the women that men are pursuing in that lane, then yes, that's because they're probably not aware of themselves. Like, but for a man to be aware of himself and know like his triggers, know his boundaries, and know like his sensitive side, you're okay with that.
Listen, once again, we're doing that, but it's totally by ourselves.
Yeah.
So yeah, but you shouldn't have to do it by yourself.
And I think, it wouldn't be called that. Okay, I think the way she's going about it is a little different than how like I would go about it.
Right.
But do you think you're allowed to talk about that?
Talk to who about it? Like talk to my wife about it?
Yeah.
Clearly not to my friend because he would clown me if I
No, that's wrong.
Right.
That's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong.
Right.
So that's wrong. We do have conversations about when things is like, ew. But what I'm saying is, in that way, like sometimes that's, we get this perception of you're weak.
Right.
And don't act like that's not true.
Can we break that though? Can we break that generational curse?
Yeah, I don't think my wife would say that. I don't think if I told my wife I was doing exactly what y'all is doing right now, I don't think Tamara would have any issue with that.
Right.
Okay.
I don't think Ashley would have any issue with you doing that.
No.
And I'll tell you right now,
it might be a little joke. It might be a little hee hee ha ha because it's different.
You got a couple cries in front of your wife until you pussy.
I've never. That's
you
what
got a couple cries in front of your lady until she like, yo, what's wrong with him?
Like she might look at me. She might be like, "Are you serious?" I'd be like, "Yeah, I'm serious," and then I think she'd be okay with it.
Yeah, like I think that as a female, I think that because they're not used to it, like. Guys are looked at, okay, if you show emotion, whatever the case may be, sure, you're a pussy. But I think that the way that the society is shifting, now everybody is becoming more aware of themselves, men included. So it's not so much as you're going to be looked at as a pussy. It's like, oh, okay. Like, oh, I actually like a guy that's in touch with his emotions. Like, because y'all out here running blindly. Like, what the hell?
This is infuriating.
My wife hasn't seen me cry. So
she's waiting for the day. She's waiting for the day. You know when it's okay for men to cry in front of women? When you guys cause it. That's what they want. That's what they want. You can't cry over nothing. Like, I'll tell you. I almost teared up because I forgot what I was watching.
It was a show?
Random show.
Once you have a baby, your emotions are out.
That's what it was.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
The dude was doing something to protect his daughter, and he almost died.
Exactly.
And then the way the daughter was like, "Oh my God," but I was like, "Yo, like, yeah."
But when you have children, you understand that that's like you're.
But no, this was Ashley's reaction. She was like, Oh my God, yes. I was like, yo,
it taps into another side of you. Like that you don't get to see because y'all have it.
They just haven't. No, I don't think they want it.
When do you think?
I don't think they want it.
Answer this question. When do you think was a time your wife wanted you to cry?
When we were getting married.
Exactly.
Yeah, she didn't want me to cry then.
Every woman wants when that door opened or whatever opens up and you come out. Oh, I want it to be tears.
I don't know if I want it to be tears. I want you to feel however you're going to feel. Like, if it brings you to tears, all right, okay, cool. If you feel like you signing your life away, then all right,
I didn't say that. Don't, hey.
No, I'm not. I didn't say that
cost.
he said that. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying as a person,
y'all said that.
if you feel like that's how you feel, okay, cool. But I want those feelings and emotions to be authentic.
Right.
So if it brings you to tears in that moment, all right, cool. If it does not, I'm not gonna be like, oh, he didn't cry at my wedding, so he don't really love me. Like,
Nobody's saying that, but I just be
Oh,
like,
hold on.
when dudes cry,
Hold
I'm
on.
like, what you crying for?
Women definitely do that because they say it on social media, like, oh, if my man ain't like this, I'm gonna be.
First of all, y'all on social media is some different animals, man. Y'all women be tripping.
Yeah,
Real wild.
men are too. On social media, men are different animals. I think that social media just brings out a different beast in a lot of people.
No, I think social media is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to show you some crazy stuff that's happening in the world, and then that's it.
I think people are using it for a different than what it's supposed to be used for.
Dive
Right.
deep in that, man. What you talking about?
I mean, I really think social media was like, hey, this is what I'm doing. Show
Right.
you exactly what I'm doing every day. Let you know what I'm doing. I can't see you. This is what I'm doing. But now I think people, like I say, people that perpetrate. I don't. I hate it.
You can be who you want.
Yeah, you could be who you want.
Yep.
Like I could be, depending on the camera angles, I could be 6'7", like dunking a basketball. I could lower the rim.
He's not 6'7". He's not 6'7", guys.
I'm close, but I could be 6. I can be whatever I want to be. You know what I'm saying? That's a joke to me. Yeah. That's ingenuous.
Right.
It's like it's really fake. It's ingenuous.
Yeah.
But then,
So
let's talk about the fake ingenuous thing, and then you see how I flow, man. I'm a producer.
You
So
feel me?
the issue is, you can.
Great segue.
People are pushing things and portraying certain things, right? And like you say, it could be fake.
could be.
So now when you see one thing that happens, like for instance, we see a car accident in Orlando, Florida on this highway, and you see 3 people post the accident. Immediately we think, man, I ain't driving down this highway in Florida because there's always an accident. But that's not the case.
Right.
You just saw 3 people post that thing. So now what I'm thinking is like, whenever one small thing happens, we amplify and think it happens
Because
every day.
now we get the information so fast.
Okay.
We never got the information. Not even like say our parents. Something that happened 3 states ago, they wouldn't know about it. We wouldn't know the amount of this stuff. But like now we get all this information. Everything's amplified. Like you say, just that accident on the street. Somebody, Yaaz came across an accident. She would tell me, it's like, all right, just a little accident. I'm going to go.
Right.
But if I'm looking on Instagram and I see 20 people show me this accident, now it's much bigger.
But what I'm saying is, does that mean that happens all the time? Does that mean that's what is the reality of that road?
No, that's not the reality of the road.
And I'll take it to a weirder conversation.
True.
Right? So, police brutality, black men getting killed.
Right.
Wrong. Should not happen. Police should be there to help us, right? Watch where I'm going with this. The issue is, there are some good cops and bad cops, but I feel like now our perception is that there's bad cops everywhere.
Right.
I generally don't believe that all cops are bad.
Right.
I think everybody in this room probably thinks that,
I
but there are
agree.
some bad apples, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
But if you ask people,
Bad apples. That's what we're going to use.
you got to use that.
You
You got to
bad
use
apples.
that term. But the issue is, to me, what's worse? Do you think hip hop music, black on black crime is worse, or do you think police killing black people is worse?
Wow.
Like, what happens more?
What happens more?
Wow.
Yeah, what should we be focused on?
So,
Because the energy to me has been police reform, cops, blah, blah, blah. When we just been losing people left and right to black on black crime. So like I said, when we see black guys die on social media, what is it from? More of the time when you see these posts.
it's at the hands of a black man.
Let's say black person wouldn't be killing dudes. Dude.
Well, yeah. it's at the hand of someone that is the same color as them,
Right.
man,
And that's-
woman, whoever. Like
so that's for
what
all
it is.
races. That's for all races.
But we talking about black right now.
That's
We're
generally.
not talking about all races. We're not
No,
going to
but I'm
make
just
it.
trying to say the case that you're making is saying like, yeah, black people kill black people more than another race would kill black people.
Remember, I said cops. So remember, I said if you see police shootings happen, those are wrong.
Yeah.
But to me, I think when you count the numbers up,
You think it's lower than black on black crime?
yeah,
I agree.
drastically lower.
Yeah.
But our attention is where though? Right now,
Oh.
To the
social media
black
space.
to the police brutality.
It's two things to that. That's more not say amusing to people, but that's more engaging to people. That's more of an issue to people. If
Or
that
the
makes
hot
sense.
topic on the media.
Let's say that,
right?
yeah. That's more of a hot topic. But
Right.
also, I think it's more of an issue because the police are supposed to protect you.
Yeah, but when you think about it, when you flip it, So when you're coming from a hood, right? Those same black men that are killing each other are meant to protect that environment. Like, that's how they look at themselves. Like, yo, I'm in here, I'm sitting here, I'm going to protect grandma right here. Like, back in the day, women, children, old people were off limits. There's no limit. There's no limitation. Nobody's exempt from getting killed now in the black community. So now it's like, okay, we're supposed to look to these guys or these people to protect us, but they're the ones that are killing us at the same time. And then we get mad at police officers that are doing the same thing that our relatives or whoever is doing. No, we need to hold them accountable too. So I think, like you said, I think that it starts in the black community. It starts with us. We can't expect cops to do this thing when we're not doing that. If we're not policing our own environments and we're not holding people accountable, but y'all sitting here killing each other and it's just like, oh, I'm about to go live my life. Like, so but then you want a cop to do these things that you're not willing to do.
My thing is, one, cop gets paid to do these things. Like, that's their job. Okay. That's their job. Like, I agree with you saying. I do think it starts here, but how do we hold those people accountable?
They need to go to jail.
No. How do we, like you say, the black men in our community that are now, they have no, let's say, rules. They have they're killing just indiscretionally. How do we hold those people accountable?
They need to go to jail.
Well, they're going to jail in droves. The problem is that I'm trying to express is that it's glorified in our community to do those things.
Absolutely.
Wow. So that's the bigger problem. So like when you hear, and rest in peace, Young Dolph. The first song I knew Young Dolph say is 100 shots. How you ain't hit me and you shot 100 shots.
Yeah.
And then now he's gone.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
And Jay-Z, I think Jay-Z said something like, y'all respect the one who got shot, I respect the shooter. Or something, whatever.
Glorification.
However the line went, it could have been the opposite way. Like, so y'all respect the whatever, I respect the one that got shot. Whatever the case may be. But again, like he said, we glorify when somebody goes doing these things. And it's like, nah. If my child was a menace, you're going to jail.
I'm snitching on you.
Not even a snitch, but I'm taking you. If I know that you killed somebody else, no. What I'm saying is, it's not even a snitch. But if you did the crime, you're doing the time. I'm not going to act like, oh my God, my child was the best child ever. No, he was a fucking menace. He was a menace. I failed as a parent, or even if I didn't fail as a parent, because you give these kids the tools. That's not the case, because you give these kids the tools.
Get out of here.
They're going to do what they want to do, but I'm not going to sit here and act like my child wasn't these things. And I think that people are acting oblivious, like their family members or whoever aren't these people. They have been these people.
Yeah.
Hold them accountable. They need to be held accountable. Like, we're killing each other, and we've been killing each other at alarming rates more than police have been killing us.
So to the point, to the bigger, I don't know if your question is, which one should we care about more? Was that the overall question?
Yeah, because if we look at social media, social media is like,
they're focused on the police
are monsters
and not us.
Which, cool, put some attention on that. Cool. But overall, when I hear these new songs that are coming out,
okay,
who I smoke, baby, that's crazy, bro. And like, people are sharing that song.
Yeah.
That's a real beef going down in Florida, and I hope it's Florida, I don't know, but because I think that's where he's from, and they're glorifying killing each other, down there. So it's like, but nobody's saying, hey, this is terrible music, like let's not do this, like blah blah. So why is our attention not on that?
Yeah,
social media, right?
I feel like it's divided. I feel like some people, like myself, sometimes. The music. I mean, I barely listen to the music today, so that's why one reason I don't even know that song. I know 100 Shots, but I don't know the song you were just talking about. So I wouldn't take any interest to like that happening. A lot of times, the music I'm listening to, I'm not even listening to what they're talking about because they're not talking about anything anymore.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? I'm listening to like the beat might be nice, like, but
that's you.
I know. That's why I say.
Now, what about the kids that
are listening to the words and really going out? That's an issue.
And those are the ones. If y'all are not paying attention to what's happening in Philadelphia. The people that are killing each other are children.
It's crazy.
They're kids. They're teenagers sending 15, 16 shots to another teenager. So it's not adults. Now this is what our children are listening to, and they're like, oh, okay, well, he said, like, Philadelphia is a zoo right now.
Yeah.
Like, they're at like crazy alarming murder rates. And it's like, okay, so as a parent, if you give your child these tools and they're still going to do what they're going to do, what do you do now? Lock them up. Take them. They gotta go. Because they're causing more. These kids have no morals. They have no standards. They have no respect or regard for anything.
You sound like an old auntie.
No, but I'm serious. Like, you can't even do anything. Like, the fact that these kids are teenagers and they're letting emptying a clip. Why do you even know what a clip is?
Because of the songs.
Again, right.
Spin the block. Ride on them.
So it's like, okay.
But I will say this. I can't say it's just the songs. Yeah, because I will say this. When I growing up, I listened to Eve, I listened to DMX, I listened to all these things. They mentioned all this stuff. I can sing this song, but I never knew how much was in the clip. I never had the intention on doing stuff like that.
The reason being is because you had a structure. I had a structure. You had some type of structure. The issue is, what if a kid has no structure, no way out? Mm-hmm. The only thing that they could do for free is listen to an artist. So there's nothing balancing them hearing, yo, if somebody step on your shoe, disrespect you, talk to your girl, spin the block, shoot them in the face. You had structure. So what we just seeing now is like, I think is, once again, government don't really do much for us anyway. City of Philadelphia is a wild place. Camden, New Jersey is a wild place. So when you think about these kids who don't got nothing anyway, but somebody disrespect me, I'm shooting you.
But when we say the government does not do enough for us, let's be careful how we say that.
Hold on. Let me clarify, because I think I know where you're going.
Okay.
The situation is, if you have nothing and you only have what the government gives you. So like if you're in the foster care system or you're on Section 8, those type of things. That's it. That's a hard life to live.
For the most part.
So you gonna rob, you gonna sell drugs, you gonna.
But again, I hear what you're saying and I get it. But again, it also comes from a person. Like, if you know that the government is giving you this, you don't have to settle for that. These kids don't want more. That's the problem. Like,
they want more.
No, but what I'm saying, what I'm saying is what they want. They're listening to everybody else, and they're okay. So if I can't get it from the government, I'm going rob and I'm going to steal. I'm going to take it.
And where did that come from?
I get it from the music, but what I'm saying is it's also an internal thing too. Like, they have to want more outside of the government. Stop depending on the government to come through in a clutch to give you these things. Like,
here's what I'm trying to say again. Robbing and stealing, selling drugs is cool.
It is the cool thing to do.
Why would I go to school when I could get it faster out the street? You know what I'm saying? That's the problem.
And I agree with that being glorified. My thing is, what's the solution? Is the solution
perfect? Is
the solution like, hey, let's stop glorifying this in music? Because I don't think that's gonna solve. I don't think that's gonna solve it.
Let's try it. Let's try it. Like, what does that even sound like? What does that mean?
Wait, but Lil Baby does that. If you listen to Lil Baby's music, hold on before we go off.
He do that one song.
I get it. But what I'm saying is, even if you listen to like Meek, like maybe 99% of their 99% of their songs may be like what they're speaking about what they went through. So we cannot take that from them. They have to make their music relatable. They're speaking about the stuff that they went through, but they're also telling you it didn't. Like, you can do better. Like, I'm trying to tell you that you can do better. These kids don't listen to the latter. Yeah. They're listening to the other part. So it doesn't matter whether we change the music. It doesn't matter. Honestly, I swear to, if we change the music and they're just literally talking about, okay, look, you could flip this house, you could do this, you could do that. They don't want that.
Okay.
They want the money that come fast and easy.
Here's why I feel like we're gonna disagree. Because to me, Meek Mill, I think he's my age. He's older, right? Mm-hmm. I see the progression of Meek Mill, and he's definitely changed.
Absolutely.
Right?
He didn't start that way, though.
He was a demon. But he's changed, right? He's hanging out with Robert Kraft. He's rapping about that. And even when you look at just his life, Probation was a real crazy thing to him. Screwed him over, right? They could lock him back up for anything.
Right.
And that's even a reform that we gotta fix as a society.
Right.
Now, do you think a 17-year-old understands that? Are they looking in the same lens that I'm looking?
No. They're probably not, but that's like he said, like as a whole, as a collective, how do we change that? We cannot change the perspective of a 17-year-old.
But we can put more positive things in front of them. So like even the when Meek made the movie with the dirt bike stuff, right? His character in there, I loved it because he was trying to show the young boy like, all right, I already got locked up. I went to jail. My boys are still doing some,
right,
drug dealing, stealing, all that stuff. But I'm just trying to fix these bikes. You need to come over here and navigate towards that. And you actually saw like the boy was like conflicted because it was like, yo, these guys are getting money. Right. And you just in here being dirty, cleaning up bikes and stuff like that.
Right.
So that's exactly real life to me. But there has to be more. So it's only one Meek in that movie fixing bikes and just feeding into that kid's desire, right? And then there's 15 drug dealer friends getting money, going out, killing people, doing whatever. So, well, my thing is, what if there was more of that? More of like,
so that's what it should be. It's not the children. It's the old heads.
Yeah, that's what it should be. Like
that's where it starts. It's with them.
So
it's not with the children.
I don't think it's an issue of that we glorify music. I mean, I think we can start there, and it would help if we didn't. Right. If we didn't do that. But I think, as you said, if there was an opposite saying, we glorifying hard work, we're glorifying other things that these kids can see, physically see. Because a lot of times these kids, I mean, especially in, let's say, Camden, Philly, we might talk about it, but we hear. We're talking about it here. They don't physically see that. They don't have access to see.
So that's my thing. That's
and
my
structure.
Thing.
I'm sorry.
When do we? So even I'm at fault. It's like going back. Like I do Rutgers Future Scholars.
Yeah, you do it.
We do the me and my wife. We try to do the career day thing. Like we got no kids in that school, but we go to Pennsauken and just show up. And it's cool for the kids to see somebody like me and have that conversation. There has to be more of us.
But guess what?
But on top of that, these media outlets can't glorify the wrong stuff.
But I think you're missing the point too.
I'm trying.
They can have these media outlets when these kids go back home.
That's what
if your parents are not pumping that into you and your parents are the exact environment that you're trying to get out of, you don't know no better.
Yeah. So the parents not glorifying the hard. They go work. Their parents probably hard working. They go to work. But when they come home, you're like, F this job.
Right.
F this this job. I don't want to work this job
listen,
no more.
You got to figure it out. Like you need to go out there and get money because I need help with these bills.
What are they going to do? They're not going to think, 9 to 5 is good.
All they hear is my mom needs help. I got to figure it out.
So killing somebody as drug dealing is the answer.
They're a teenager. That's their mind.
But you also,
I mean, they don't know no better.
But you also think about the parents. The parent, yo.
No, I understand.
The parents glorify it too.
They do.
But that's what I'm keep telling you is wrong.
It is wrong. I agree.
That's what I'm saying is wrong.
What she said.
What I'm saying is you want us to make a change, but the thing about it is we could pump all this stuff into them, but when they go back home,
let's go detail. What is the stuff you're talking about?
So the positivity, like, I'm showing you, like, listen, I came from where you come from, but look at me. I did not result to killing people. I didn't have to kill anybody to get to this point.
Right.
When you go back home and your parents are not of that mentality and your parents are, I need to get money quick, or I need you to get money quick to help me pay these bills. Yeah. These children have no outlet. Okay. So even if we give them an outlet, they still have to go back home.
Like that's not the majority.
Whoa.
Yes, what? You're crazy. That's the majority.
Parents saying, "Yo, go sell drugs."
Yo, that's the majority in the hood. What are you talking about?
We're saying that there's a majority of parents out there that's telling their kids to murder and sell drugs. We went off the rails right now.
You saying the majority of parents? I'm saying
that's not true.
Let's say the kids that are out there selling drugs, doing this stuff like you say, killing other kids. Majority of their parents are understanding that these kids, like,
this is what they're going to do.
They are in a situation themselves knowing that these kids are doing this.
Exactly.
And the structure is not there.
Then you think about, like, a lot of these kids' parents are, some of them, a majority of them may be the people that they're selling to or the people that their friends are selling to. You got to think about the environments that these kids are coming from. So their parents may have...
I was the first one that's talking about the environment.
I get it.
The thing that I'm trying to tell y'all is this. When you have no structure,
the structure is there,
right? Yep. And your structure becomes hip hop music from people that you idolize, and it's telling you sell drugs, have sex with multiple women. Hey man, don't worry, I'm Future. I have 9 baby moms.
Oh God,
I'm successful. Like it's putting a different message in their head. So forget like all right, because I disagree with the parents. I think there's like a smaller percentage of parents who make a crazy situation for the kid. I'm talking about the parents who, my dad worked 3 jobs, my mom worked 2 jobs, and I don't got nobody come home like to talk to me. I don't do home.
So
Hold on, let me finish it.
You saying you didn't have a structure? You would consider that having?
No, I'm saying that's not a structure. I'm giving y'all an example. A kid that their parent just all they do is work trying to provide a place, and their parents not even making ends meet, right? But it's go home, try to fund for yourself. I'm coming home at 7:30, and I gotta go to another job, so I'm gonna cook real quick, eat. What does that kid have to do all day? He's just listening to this music and all this other stuff, and then it's like boom.
That's why you're here today,
right?
That's why you're a good person.
No, but listen to what I'm saying. My thing is just like if they had swiping on their phone and it's just different type of messaging coming from the shade room. If it's on a Meek Mill song that's like, yo, I was in this situation. Here's how. Even if you listen to Meek Mill and say, here's how I got out of it, it's sell drugs, sell crack.
Right,
like,
but I'm
thinking about this right now. I'm like, no, that's dumb. Don't listen to the music.
But we just said that these kids are very, like, they're not us. Like, when it's a different time frame, and they're very impressionable. So they literally, we didn't have social media, the access to social media like they have.
I couldn't tell how good somebody next, like, a state over was doing. You know what I'm trying to say? I couldn't tell, like, oh, they really living life over there.
Yeah, and maybe now you can see that now because everything is literally at your fingertips. So these kids are literally, I feel like they're in a vortex.
These lies.
Okay.
They're fighting. Like, they don't know, okay, should I listen to my mom and my parents and really see that my parents were struggling to work 3 jobs to make sure that I was okay and I didn't have to do these things. But I'm listening to this music or seeing what everybody's putting on social media, not understanding that it's fake. A lot of people live a life that they are not really living on social media because that's the thing.
Shorty look good, but she got an air mattress.
Yeah, exactly. My thing is,
good, but they're abusers. Like,
you gotta talk about dudes, man. Like you got a personal, personal vendetta, man.
No, I do not have a personal vendetta against men. I'm just saying.
I say
all black men are hardworking, trying to achieve their dream.
Yeah,
that's debatable.
I don't. I mean, to the thing, I do think it matters that we kill each other. Like, we have to.
Yeah, I think it starts with us.
We hold ourselves accountable.
We have to hold ourselves accountable, and I think we do that by, like you say, having that structure. Yep. Like, I mean, I don't think it's gonna happen overnight. So when I'm saying having that structure, making sure my children have that structure, our children have that structure to build on the future. Because other than that, I can't go in nobody else's household and be like, yeah, you need to fix this so your children won't, kill somebody else.
To be able to have the platform, like, I think that us being able to sit down and have these uncomfortable conversations, a lot of people don't want to have these uncomfortable conversations because it goes back to your parenting. And a lot of people don't want to understand that you're not to say you're not parenting correctly, but you're not breaking generational curses. You're keeping it going on the way that you were parented. And the thing about it is we want to change that. Rich. So you got to make a safe space for your children.
You know what's real serious, though? If a lot of black young men, did exactly what Yaaz is doing, where they sat down. No, you're laughing. You're laughing right now.
Sit down, write a journal, and reflect.
Yo, if they, some person, come on, bro. Seriously, bro. Because these kids have no.
All right, go ahead. I'm
gonna listen, bro.
Go ahead.
You reach to these young black boys because these are the ones that feel they have so much anger. They have all of these things, but if they
rightfully so.
If they feel like
rightfully
it's okay,
so.
But listen, if they feel like it's okay to journal. If they feel like it's okay to express themselves and they're not looked at,
they don't, because Kadeem gonna clown them. Kadeem's laughing at them from behind their backs.
Whoa! The prop to stop, because y'all not gonna put that on me. The thing is, we're men, me and you, right?
Yes.
Ed is here too. The situation is, why do we feel like it's weak to write a journal? Why do we think it's weak to cry?
It's a
Why
generational
do we think
curse that you have to
because
where did it come from?
It came from your parents.
Our parents,
Don't
family.
blame the parents. Who did it come from?
What? Who did it come from?
We're not gonna have a right conversation. We're just gonna chill out.
Wait, hold on. You talking about it came from women? Your mother is a woman, So it came from your mother.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it also came from your father. Your father told you that you should not.
My dad wasn't around for a couple of years.
Yeah, but
I just want to be clear. My dad was not around for a lot of years.
But listen, your dad was not. But if you listen to if you pay attention to the majority, a lot of men, grown men, tell their boys,
don't cry.
Don't cry.
A lot of women tell their kids not to cry.
Right,
what you talking about?
What I'm saying is, we're not going to sit here and make it seem like it's just women. It's both parents.
I'm surprised you said it's just.
No.
I'm surprised you said it's this one.
I didn't say it was just.
You did.
Just
you
women.
said it was women, and Ed said it was women too, and you agree with that.
No. I want you to know it's.
If
we had a pie chart,
if we had a pie chart,
give me
right? Percentages. Whose fault is this? That why
68%
men don't cry? What?
No. Why it's not acceptable for men to cry?
Okay,
remember what I said.
I feel like it's more
we
on
could
a
cry.
man than it is a woman.
Yeah.
Yo, women don't want a weak dude. Like y'all, could y'all just figure that
we
out?
don't.
Our sons,
We
though,
don't.
Your
I mean,
as
they
a
don't.
Father, you do not want your son crying. If he scraped his knee, you gonna beat the mess out of your son because he cried because it hurt.
In what world, Jamie? You have a son.
I do have a son.
Oh my God!
I have two.
This is different, right? He has two. This is.
So then is
he's breaking generational.
Are you beating the mess out of your son when he falls? Exactly.
Because I consciously
generational curses.
Exactly, because I consciously know. I tell Jackson certain reasons. Why are you crying? If he's crying, I say
yourself.
You're not. Yeah, express yourself. If you're not hurt, stop crying. But other than that, like, if you're hurt, cry. I'm not gonna stop you from crying. If you're sad, cry.
He's a man.
Are we?
Your
again,
point.
As a woman, and if I had a son, having nephews of my own, I don't tell my nephews not to cry when something hurts. What I'm saying to you is, I think that there's no way to say, okay, women do it more than men. I feel like if we're going to be fair, it's equal parts. Your father, as a man, I swear,
and you said your father wasn't there. Correct.
Okay, so
is that something to itself? Him not being there?
Exactly.
To me, not being seen as cool to cry. What are you talking about? He has no effect in that.
He doesn't.
If
he was there, he could have told you something different. Maybe he could have expressed to you that it's okay to cry.
It's amazing. It's amazing that you guys are making a point that because a dude is not there, it's his fault.
No,
what are you saying?
I'm not saying because he's not there. I'm saying if he was there, he could have prompted you to say that.
He's not there. So
what's
the point?
So he wasn't there to give you those corners.
So he's not there.
Yeah.
So you don't got that opportunity.
All you have is to
Right.
work off
So you
your
only
mom.
have your mom.
That's why your experience is to say a woman. What I'm saying to you is, when you're trying to break generational curses with my nephews, my male cousins, even my male friends, I'm going to tell y'all, if it hurts your feelings, you are not weak to cry. That's an emotion.
Yes.
But yes,
I get that. Hold on.
do that.
Hold on. The thing is, what I'm trying to tell you is, why did I think to myself, and maybe you thought different, man, if I start crying, women are gonna think of me as weak. Why do I think like that?
Because you didn't have that father figure there, so all you had was your mom.
You can't blame somebody that's not there for that thought.
I don't think it's not just women. It's not okay. Well, explain this. It's not just women. If you cry in front of you,
I said there's a pie chart.
No, but I'm not saying whose fault it is. I'm trying to say if right now you bust out crying right now, who do you think is gonna perceive you as weak? Yaaz,
women,
Ed, or me?
Women.
Your male.
Thank you.
He just said your boys are going to perceive you as weak before I do.
What I'm saying is,
I never. Women,
What I'm saying is, no.
Once again, let me tell you guys why.
This is the point.
Let me tell you guys why,
please.
And we gotta move on to the next topic.
Please.
The situation is, I don't give a damn about your opinion. I don't care about your opinion. Just like y'all don't care about mine. Yo, you a pussy for crying. Or you
stop,
we crack on each other.
Stop that lies. Stop the lies.
So wait, let me make a point before we segue. So you're holding me accountable for the fact that your boys said that you was weak. So you putting that on me because I didn't say that.
9 times out of 10, they're not gonna say that I'm weak. You know what they're gonna do?
What?
They're gonna.
What are you crying about?
You're gonna clown me, but I know that if you listen, this is the real thing.
Okay.
If they could tell that, genuinely, this is not. This is like something going on with Kadeem, right?
they're most likely not gonna clown me.
So you're saying a woman would? If you trying to tell me as your friend, if I see the same thing that they see, and I'm gonna say the same thing, I'm gonna call you a pussy.
I'm ashamed of you, man. I'm gonna get a camera on you
because I got something for you.
Go ahead.
Because I'm right. Just like she's right. So you're saying your wife, if you cry about something and you genuinely express to her why you're crying, you don't think she's gonna show you sympathy?
And we could go back early in the podcast. I said you got certain amount of times to cry in front of your lady.
Oh my God.
My point is,
Women want a strong man in their life.
Women, I need y'all to understand that just because a nigga is crying, it does not make him weak.
Exactly.
I need y'all to really understand that.
Your point was you was concerned as a teenager that crying made you weak, made you appear weak to women. And what I'm saying is my experience is because of the generation is crying made me feel, made me look weak to everybody, not just women.
Yeah.
Perfect example. I want you guys to answer this, right?
Okay.
Dude is dedicated to a craft.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
Works out, plays this sport of basketball, wins championships upon championships. It's an iconic picture of him hugging the trophy. His dad passes away, right?
Mm-hmm.
Starts bawling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do we think he's weak?
No.
Do men think he's weak?
Do women think
Absolutely
he's weak?
not. No. You know what a woman will say? And tell me if I'm wrong.
Please.
Tell me if I'm wrong. Why he crying? It's just a game.
Calm down. Calm down.
Hold on.
Calm down.
Let me rebuttal that.
You got a rebuttal for everything.
I do have a rebuttal for everything. Because when you talk about women that are in sports, they understand that.
Yes,
A woman,
and they're a different breed.
Hold on. So you're not talking about the majority. You're talking about the minority. So if a woman, wait a minute,
what?
listen to me.
Hold on.
When a woman does not play sports, she does not understand that. So that may be the way that she responds. But majority of women are playing sports, so they get it.
But to your
What?
what?
The majority of women playing sports?
I
think. Let me correct what you say, and then tell me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
I want to actively listen here because
Okay.
I'm a progressive man.
Yeah.
So the situation is, you're saying. Remember, I said practicing a craft, doing this thing. So people, regardless of your gender, if you're in that,
Right.
you understand. So you're
Right.
like, yo, man, he's just releasing the
Right.
energy of so much what he put in. He finally accomplished his goal. I wish I could do that, blah, blah. Men and women are going to see that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a minority of women.
Mm-hmm.
I would say a majority of men play sports.
But I
So,
think
right?
that if you take sports out of it, like if that's the perception, like if we putting that on, say, a platform, and the headline reads, whatever, his father died, he's whatever. I think that women,
I'm just saying, look at the picture. Just look at the picture.
Yeah,
But there's no context to a picture.
That's what
I
I'm
think
saying. A picture is worth
Instagram
1,000
don't got no-
words because a man
No.
could do the same thing. You could look at a picture and you can say, like, damn, like, what's up? What happened? Before you start to form an opinion, what happened? So a picture could be worth, again, like they say, worth 1,000 words to anybody before we start saying, okay, a man is going to look at that and be like, all right, I get it, before a woman. Women are naturally nurturers.
your point earlier already solved this. You said if somebody, a man or a woman,
Right.
understood what you were going through when you're
Yep.
crying,
Yep.
they would feel sympathy for you.
Absolutely.
A woman looking at that picture doesn't understand the work it goes through to do that. Let's say majority women.
Right.
They don't understand that.
Right.
I might look at a gymnast and be like, why is she just
As a
crying? Like,
female.
shouldn't she be happy? I don't. My thing is, I don't know. I might not know.
You play
that.
a sport, though. So my thing is, the practice and
Well,
dedication into
okay,
that.
maybe sports is not
So
the
that's
thing,
what I'm
'cause
trying. But no.
I appreciate all
Let's go
sports.
back and dive into what you're saying. Understanding the pain
Mm-hmm.
in a situation and being able to relate to it.
Mm-hmm.
The main reason why I'm saying that it's not cool for when women look at a man and he cries, it's just a negative turnoff, right?
Right.
The issue is a woman don't understand how is it that this guy is crying,
So
right?
when we take
Hold on.
Okay.
So now the emotional EQ is on women, right? You
Right.
guys are more tapped into that
Right.
side.
Right.
When you probably ask a girl, like, what do they want in a man? Strong, blah, blah, like brave, all this type of stuff,
Emotional
funny.
is not one of those things.
Crying is not a thing.
So guess what? When you think about it from a woman's perspective, when you think about what we're taught a man is supposed to be.
It's not emotional.
So is that? But
I
again,
agree.
So hold on, is that our fault? That's what we're taught from our.
Didn't say that.
Hold
Yeah,
on,
didn't say
our
that.
fathers,
Didn't say that.
because it comes from your father. Your father says, okay, a man is supposed to do this.
I thought dads weren't around. Now all dads is here. Like, what's going on?
Listen,
I thought we were raised by no dads.
I wasn't raised by my father. I was not raised by my father, but I was never taught by my mom that a man is not supposed to cry.
And that's what I'm saying.
But what I'm saying is you have people that if their fathers are around, they're telling them they're idolizing their father to say, okay, if I've never seen my father do these things, not saying that he doesn't do them, but if I've never seen my father do these things, I'm going to look for this in a man. So is that our fault that that's what we're taught and we're trying to break generational curses, or like what? You're holding us accountable for something that we might have been taught. It's a learned behavior, just like it's a learned behavior for y'all to not cry.
And I also
and not
think,
to show emotion.
like what you just said, women are more tapped into their emotions.
Right.
I think it's healthier for us to be less. I use the word less emotional because we have to be that balance.
Mm-hmm.
That's the genetic makeup. I agree. Do you
So
wanna...
I agree. I mean, I think that's generally like how it works. Majority of men are less emotional, but we have to have that balance. So it's not, but you have to understand your emotions and not like act like they don't exist.
Right.
That's
And I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's okay for us to be able to release.
You cry.
Absolutely.
Huh?
You cry.
I know I cry.
You journal.
You
I don't journal. I told you that was.
I mean,
that
maybe
was
not
cap.
journaling,
Like,
but I mean, I feel like you guys should be able to express your emotions and not feel like you're going to be judged.
But the thing is, it's like until a woman, and this is why it's so important for. And wow, I'm giving women the kudos right now. It's gonna be a rare moment on the pod, right?
Wow,
it's super dope. This is why you have a wife. This is why a man has a partner, for her to draw out that man toxic stuff out of a dude and be like, yo, it's okay to just come home. Just decompress. Let me rub your head and lay down and let's watch TV. Yeah. Like, you may not cry in your woman's chest or whatever, but there's some type of like, she's the plug for you to kind of get that out there.
But right? I also think that y'all should do that without a woman too. Like, I think that it's
yeah, you're right. But I'm just saying, like, you're going into a place where I'm like, dude, like, no, like, listen, we can't. We can't.
You can't what?
This is what I'm saying. You guys, you can.
You can't.
We're not gonna leave this podcast thinking that you could cry. We're not gonna do that. That's what we're not gonna do.
How we not? I think
I'm not. I can't put out a message out there for young dudes to be like, yo, you're gonna cry and you're gonna get yams. It's not gonna happen.
It is gonna happen.
It is okay, especially the way this.
Especially the way things are changing now.
Oh yes, it's.
I can't wait to find this tweet. I'm gonna show y'all this tweet. This girl said, "I need toxic masculinity to come back because when I went on a date with a dude, he had the same shirt I had on."
That's hilarious.
I'm gonna show y'all that tweet.
Okay.
And if you think for a minute, if you guys think for a minute that women want they dude out here crying, I say you got it's like playing a video game. You got 4 heads. That's all your cries. For your life with your lady.
Listen, it's not even just.
And don't be crying over no.
I need y'all to understand it's not necessarily just about crying. It's about being in touch with your emotional side and understanding.
We ain't designed by that.
That it is okay to feel how you feel about something and to express those feelings. However, it's going to come
and men,
out.
Kadeem is saying, do not do that.
So put it this
because
way.
you're not gonna get no yams.
Put it this way. I will.
The end game is yams.
I will kind of.
Always.
Wow.
See, you heard it say always.
I will kind of agree with
Always.
you. I will kind of agree with you in the sense of this.
Cinnamon.
I think men, in order to be successful, especially younger, you have to
be in control of your emotions.
Control how to express your emotions.
Yes.
Thank you.
But you also, to her point, is you have to understand them. Men, younger men, their issue is they don't understand their emotions. All they do is suppress them.
Yep.
They just say, "Hey, I know what's gonna work for me. I don't want to show her nothing."
And then we have people that are showing up at people's doors, stalking them because they don't know how to express their emotions.
Wow.
We're gonna do the segue real quick.
Segue.
Y'all's got something to say, man.
What happened? What happened?
Way.
Go say what you want to say.
So I want to touch on the mental health of our Black men.
It's crazy.
And how they are really broken and damaged, and it's crazy and how I'm seeing this. I'm trying to understand.
Now we broke.
Not even. I'm not saying that women aren't. I never said that about women are not broken. What I'm saying is I want to focus on our Black men because I feel like we don't talk about y'all enough.
We don't.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Exactly. So what I'm saying is I've been seeing in social media how Black men are like wilding. And I understand that they've been wilding, but like in one instance sticks out in my head. I think it was in Georgia. Woman is going to her apartment. Black man follows her to her apartment. She has a Ring camera. She goes in her door. Literally 2 seconds later, he's trying to break into her house. doesn't know this woman from a can of paint. This isn't the first time we keep seeing this. So I'm trying to understand where the disconnect is and why y'all think it's okay to be stalking women and trying to break into their house. Like, what is happening?
Shot of Discourse does not condone breaking into black women's
Thank
house.
you. We do not.
Just want to.
We do not. But what I'm
put
saying
that out
is, you're
there.
talking. We started talking about emotions and how you're not processing them and understanding them. And it's like, okay, so you thought that was okay for you to follow this woman to her home. You don't know her, but you're watching her and you follow her to her home. And when she goes in her house, you try to break into her house, and she has a Ring camera, and you don't pay attention to the fact that, or you don't care that she has a Ring camera and your face is showing, and you still trying to break into her house. Where's the safety at for a black woman?
You're asking a couple questions, right? You asking like safety for black women. You asking like why are we wilding?
So here, I don't know. I don't think that's a singular issue because I think that could have been in that situation that you're saying. I don't know anything else about until you just told me that could have been a white man.
It was a black man.
But I'm saying a situation.
But it was a black man. We're not talking about it could have been a white man. It was a black man. So we're talking about the fact that it was a black man. And black men are doing this more at an alarming rate that we're seeing.
We don't have the numbers.
Okay.
But first of all, nothing's funny about
it's not funny, guys.
So here's if I could comment on it, right? And I saw the video, and I also saw another video of another dude following a girl home.
Black man.
Yes.
Yeah, black dude goes into the house, but unfortunately her boyfriend, her brother is home.
Mm-hmm.
They run out and beat the piss out of this kid, right? So here's the thing. There are dudes right now, years on, ever since we had the smartphone, being off on the bus, groping women on the subway, and this is all type of racist, right? And then now following girls into the house. I think there's like some, and this goes like into the emotional type of thing. Like, there's some type of weird sexual frustration going on with dudes, and it's like I don't know how to even dive into that,
right?
Because I'm a yams getter, and here on Shot of Discourse, we want to encourage you guys to get yams in a safe and efficient way. There's not enough yams going around.
Yo, you got a soundboard? Can we create a soundboard?
We will.
I'm a yams getter.
Yeah,
bang.
I'm gonna try to cut it up.
Yo, come on, bro.
But no, if there was enough yams going out in the world, y'all, there wouldn't be that much sexual frustration.
Hold on. So I'm going to talk about a personal. I'm going to talk about a personal situation.
Hold on. No.
Listen.
Sure.
Yes, I'm 100% positive. Right. Being in high school, I was probably a sophomore in high school, and I'm walking home from high school, and there is a guy sitting in his car, and he used to sit there every day and watch us walk and beat off in his car. Literally.
That's wild.
I was in high school. I graduated high school in 2005. It is now 2021 going to 2022. This was my sophomore year of high school. How do you explain that? So
I just told you. Right. Sexual frustration.
Yeah, but he's a grown man. That's way beyond.
He ain't getting cheeks.
Yeah, but again, so for us as a
woman, for me in the neighborhood,
mental issues.
For me in the neighborhood,
right.
For me in the neighborhood, why aren't the police called? Like, what's going on?
We did call.
So he got arrested?
I don't know if he got arrested, but we called the police. So of course they come in police. They come in police station or whatever. But again, when those people, if there's no police at that moment and they can sit there, they will leave. They're
gonna drop off and chill. Like, the block is hot.
Again.
Just like if you drug dealing, like the block is hot, I'm about to leave. My problem is, here's the thing: sexual frustration in men exists, and sometimes they take it to a whole nother level, and it ain't gotta go. And like I said, being off on the bus, groping women, following them into the house is a disgusting thing. Yeah. But my thing is, this is why, like, I want to create this podcast. I want to like. So there's some even like conversations in different communities about men kind of controlling these sexual urges in different ways, right? So first of all, getting the hobby and really figuring out like, you're in broad daylight, 3 p.m. being off.
Your
That's kind of like, you're tripping, bro. You need to figure out a way to kind of get this release off in a different way.
Doesn't that go back to understanding your emotions and your feelings?
It can't. That's not an emotion.
You said it can.
That's not an emotion.
It's an urge. What are you saying?
That's a sexual
urge of a man. So you have to understand yourself too. So it goes
that
back
you like beating off in broad daylight, or you're not getting enough. Like if you had a girl at home, you think he's beating off?
They do that too.
So you think he just got yams and he's like, you know what? It's 250. Gotta get to the bus.
If they have the urge to do that,
exactly,
they're gonna do that, regardless of what else is happening.
You gotta be kidding, guys. It's a numbers game, bro. Like
not
you
a numbers
can't,
game.
You can't be drained
and
then go off and drain again, right?
Oh wow!
Let's be
What are you
real.
talking about?
Let's look at men's anatomy.
Yes,
Once again, I don't want to sound because I'm coming off crazy on this one on this pod. The situation is,
I mean,
the
this
situation
is
is
like this, but like,
yeah, I can't do that.
You can't.
The thing is, to me, it's wrong to do those things, but we got to address like there's like a, I don't know, I want to say like a desert of like dryness in men. Like you out here really taking matters in your own hands, no pun intended, instead of going out and like develop yourself to attract women. You out there going to schools and taking care of business. It's kind of crazy.
Okay, think about this. All right. Understand, we talked about this before. Understand the place that you're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
You're an attractive guy, right?
I think so. I like to think so. Highly.
Some guys are not as attractive. No
And
matter.
that's
hold
their
on.
fault.
That's, oh my God. God.
God took their time on him.
Yo, there's some ugly dudes that get women.
Yo, I understand.
And the situation
Hear me
is,
out.
all right, no,
Hear
go
me out.
finish your story. I
Hear
don't
me
want
out.
to cut you
What
off.
I'm saying is, you're speaking from your point of view. What I'm saying, there's some
No,
guys
I'm
out there
not.
that literally think they're hopeless at getting women. Like they're saying, I look like this, I act like this, I have certain type of mannerisms. There's no way for me to physically talk to a woman and she be attracted to me. How else can I release my sexual frustration? Or as you say, that's what
You
they
want
think.
me to give advice to that man?
Yeah.
How would you help? How would you help that? How would you help?
And explain this man to me again.
All right. I'll give it to you. He is 5'3".
5'3".
He is 200 pounds.
Big boy.
Big boy. He is partially balding. He's only 30 years old. And his face is, no facial hair.
Tyrone Hill or Sam Cassell? Who are you gonna do?
Sam Cassell. Let's give you a Sam Cassell.
All right.
Sam Cassell type guy.
Light skin?
No, can't give him light skin. He's dark skinned dude.
Dark skin Sam Cassell?
Dark skin Sam
Damn.
Cassell. So there you go. Now help this guy. This guy get. Let's say sexual frustration is his issue. Help this guy, please.
First thing first.
Oh, I forgot. He stutters. Okay,
Stutters.
let's go.
He made it hard, folks. First things first. You're not gonna get yams for a little while. Let's make that clear.
And are you laughing? And are you laughing?
We are.
Disclaimer. There's disclaimer.
If I'm his consultant, we are on a 6 to 8 months no yams plan. Okay.
Okay.
So I want him to have that realization.
That's true.
Now here are some things that we're gonna work on. What's your pocket like?
I feel you.
Now what's his money looking like?
Oh man.
We talking about a zero?
Yearly, he is. Let's give him 55.
You're doing great.
55.
The good thing right now is you got a job and you're doing 55. That's fine. What we want to do is cut your expenses down, right? So that you can have a surplus of money. Because we're gonna need to use that. We're gonna need to use that,
Every
right?
penny.
Welcome
We
to
gotta
the
get
Shot of
that down.
Discourse, guys.
And I want you to, right? In this 6 to 8 months of desert time, because we called it the drought. When we working on ourselves, it's called the drought.
Drop the seat.
I'm gonna need 30 pounds off you,
Okay.
right? And your expectations of what you can get gotta be different.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you hopes to try to get a Tyra Banks. I'm gonna give you hopes to try to get a Zendaya.
Is this when we talk about like the Big Macs and all that stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, got you.
But right now, that's we gotta talk about that one.
Heard
But
you.
right now, you just gonna get what you can get,
Right.
right? But you remember, we not touching none for 6 to 8 months until this 30. I want 30 pounds off him, right? And now we're gonna find a hairstyle that works for you.
So what am I going to do for 6 to 8 months?
You're gonna work out. You're gonna increase your money.
How do
You're gonna
how
bring
do-
your expenses
How
down.
do I release my sexual frustration?
Right.
You gotta beat you beat.
Okay.
So are we
I'm
not
sorry.
saying that he's going? Are you telling him to be his meat in
Broad daylight?
inside? Like
This
or
is-
broad daylight?
Oh,
Like,
you gotta get whatever the premium porn package is. You need to get that.
Premium.
You need to get everything you like, because you not seeing daylight for a little while, my man. Take out your frustration on that screen. Like, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you got to work on yourself. Like, I don't want you in the dungeon hooking off on yourself all day. You got to go into the gym. You got to develop a skill. That 55,000 need to go up a little bit. And like I said, control your expenses. Work on real estate, right? Hold on, I ain't done.
Okay.
You ain't done with him yet.
Let me get some advice on. So now that's what he's doing for the 6 to 8 months.
Right.
In that meantime, I want you to expand your network.
Right.
I want you to go out and try to make female friends. Meaning, go to the grocery store.
Mingle.
I want you to try to cold approach and talk to women. Don't try to pick them up. Just be comfortable talking, because then that helps to stutter.
That's what
You're less nervous. And once again, you're not glorifying the Tyra Banks, the Zendayas. You just trying to start conversation like a human being, because a lot of guys don't even have that practice. They don't know how to talk to women.
have no idea.
So it's just try that.
Touche.
Hopefully he has female family members that he could just have a conversation with, so that they have friends. And it's like, okay, you going to a party, blah, blah, blah. So now he's in an environment where you're less nervous, because a lot of these dudes just be, woman. So we got to bring that down. So this is what he's working on for 6 to 8 months. Now when the money's up, you got yourself a nicer situation. Hygiene. That's the other thing for 6 to 8 months that we're working on. Wash yourself. Nails clean. Look presentable. You don't got to look like Idris Elba, but you got to look presentable. Clean nails, no dirt under your stuff.
How we getting past
looking
5?
okay.
How we getting past 5'3"? I'm curious.
There's no way to get past 5'3". That's your expectation.
Oh, okay.
So if a girl is 6 something or 5'8", looking at you and she likes you, you just got the luck of the draw. But for right now, you get what you get.
Facts.
Right? You can't command certain things, right? But now, all right, boom. So now we're in the 6 to 8 months. He got his repertoire up. Now we're going out to clubs. That's a little bit harder, right? But I want your game to be real life situations.
True.
And you just talk to girls and try to get the number, try to network, learn how to text females, go out to coffee, dinner, and those type of things. And the yams will fall into place, because now you got your money up.
So is this not learning yourself, like we said originally?
There was nothing about a journal in my whole breakdown.
Oh, you're not a journal.
Journal. I
What
never said anything
What
about
about learning yourself? What
I
do you
didn't
mean?
never said any. You just literally told him to.
I'm telling him to undo all the foolishness he did.
But
You-
is
you
that
told him to
not
better
learning
himself. You
Like,
told him to
that's
better
the same
himself.
thing. I didn't
No,
I
don't
didn't-
do that. You about to Ellen DeGeneres this
say,
thing.
no, I was not. I didn't say nothing about a
I'm
journal.
making him No. Listen, you're saying learn yourself. He learned how to eat Hot Pockets. He learned how to eat pizza rolls and be fat.
He
and
learned how to.
him
use
learning
his
and loving
height
himself
at
gave him 200
5'3".
pounds.
He had to learn it. He's 5'3", so he had to learn his lane. Did he
No,
not have to learn
what
his lane?
you said specifically about expectations.
Right.
You started with expectations.
Yeah,
6 to 8
number
months,
one.
you're gonna be on a drought. You're gonna work on yourself. You're gonna lose weight, and you have to expect that. Hey, you 5'3", you look like this. Your hair is.
Learn
you
your
got it.
lane.
You have to. What you say? Learn yourself.
Thank you.
You have to like. The
If
issue.
that's learning yourself,
So
learn
listen,
yourself. I don't know.
the
I don't
issue-
think that is
You're
that.
not
That is,
5'3",
bro.
so you can never
You
relate.
can't say that.
I think learn yourself, to me, and let me try to define what and then
Right.
y'all can
Please.
tell me if I'm wrong. What I think when you guys say learn yourself is understand how you like to be treated and you want to be loved and what hurts
part of it.
you, and that's what I
part-
think
that's
that
part-
is.
That's part of it.
That's what
but-
I'm saying.
but-
So I didn't even get into that package, that layup package for the
No,
dude,
but
because
you also have to learn how you're going to you have to learn your lane before you can do
So,
any of
learn
that.
your lane.
How
It's not learning
No,
your
no,
lane. It's saying
also how
you don't deserve to.
perceive. It's also how you're perceived. Like you had to learn for.
Oh my God!
Listen, Kadeem.
You hear what he's trying to say?
No, when you listen,
I'm just
listen.
listening.
Yo, my fat boy about to cook.
listen.
Got to kill out on these streets.
He probably is. The thing is, but he learned himself. He learned like, hey, how other women see him.
Mhm.
Now he can approach certain women
There
a
was
certain type of
nothing
way.
of that in my conversation.
You did. When you go to expectations, guess what?
The
The only thing I probably made him reflect on, and I didn't even say this directly, is him being nervous and causing a stutter.
You told that man to lose 30 pounds.
Because he's fat.
So,
That's just
him
healthy.
learning himself because
But
if
that
he
doesn't
did
mean
not-
that women perceive you as fat. There's women that
that's
they
exactly,
don't-
that's exactly what.
Exactly what that says.
I'm not telling him to lose weight because he's gonna get more women. I didn't.
Yes, you did.
So
Play it back.
all
Play it
right,
back. I didn't say that.
All right, so
You want to grab it?
But that's what that
why is he
sounds
losing
You
the weight?
want-
Why is he losing the weight?
Right.
To be healthy, bro. Just like I told you, I said get money, get into real estate, lower your expenses to be financially responsible.
You said the end game was the yams.
It's always the yams.
So
Thank you.
so
he's
is
losing
losing
weight
so
to
is
get
losing the 30 pounds not
yams.
proceed to
If you die because you got high cholesterol and you're fat, you're not gonna get yams.
Yo, I'm done. Your arguments are crazy.
What?
Yo, you So
This shit.
but
That's not what you said.
but to this,
I didn't.
but
I know I didn't say that.
No, but what we're saying, so
Kadeem.
what we're trying to tell you is you told
Take
me.
another shot.
Yo, Kadeem, to this point is
It's a
what I
lose
want you
weight.
to understand. That is a part of learning yourself, learning your
Yeah.
expectations. A lot of
Yeah.
these guys, black guys that I see all the
Wild
time,
expectations.
have no
None.
wild expectations for nothing, for no reason. Like
Right,
my guy, you're
right.
not even. Where's your job?
Okay.
But
We
let me go back
doing?
to something though. So, R.I.P. to Climax. Climax is a stripper in Atlanta. She died.
Oh,
She died. R.I.P. to Climax.
How did
How
she
did we
die?
get here?
And there's a couple. This has happened a lot. So when we talk about dudes like, and the reason why we get in here because
I don't want to drink all your Bacardi.
the you can come grab it. Just get on the screen or just stay right here. So the situation is, a lot of strippers are being followed home, GPS
Fact.
in their
Yes,
in
that's
their
true.
their
That's
shoes
true.
or something like that, and
That's
guys
true.
are going in and breaking in their house and
Yep.
taking advantage of them, and I hate that.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's how she
something,
died?
yeah, like
Wow.
dude followed her, but
Is
there's
that the one
a
that was in Texas?
nah, that was some
Oh,
other
that was
one.
somebody
Yeah,
else.
that was
Okay,
some
never
other one.
mind. Go ahead. Sorry.
But the same situation with her, there, and I want to be careful how I say this. Like those situations, the women kind of were extorting the guy
Mm.
and like, oh, you're my favorite, you're my boyfriend. Yo, can you pay my cell phone bill?
yeah.
Can you pay my rent and blah blah blah. The reason why I'm bringing this up because like my 5'3", 200-pound dude. The reason why there's a 6 to 8 month drought, it's not learning yourself. It's basically building character, right? Meaning, take care of your weight, get your money up, educate yourself, gain a certain skill, and just get engulfed in conquering.
In yourself.
Right.
Is it yourself or just all right? Okay,
So like learning
I'll
yourself.
be fair. If you want to say it's yourself, that's fine. But I want to know. I want you to define what yourself is. Like for a man, it's really getting a skill, learning how to hunt and kill, and getting money and food and bringing it home to yourself. Right.
Yeah.
Now you become a little bit attractive to the dating pool. Right.
Right.
Now the protection is don't let nobody take your money. Don't fall into an expectation that is like, hey man, yo, this girl telling me go on dates and then when I look at her phone, my name Food Nigga. My name Rent Boo. Don't let women take advantage of you in these certain ways. And like I said, it's a jungle out here. And I want my black women to be careful. I have sisters. I wouldn't want nobody following them home and at the same time. But at the same time, I don't want my sisters leading a dude on.
Yeah.
Right? And then him becoming crazy and
we
obsessed
talk-
over her.
We talk about that being promoted, but that's promoted a lot.
Toxic.
And we didn't talk about that.
Very toxic.
I wonder why.
No, we didn't. Hold
She came up with the topic today.
Hold on. First of all, we didn't. I'm all for talking about toxic. He asked me specifically, and I was like, I feel like I said, I wanted to talk about black men's mental health because I feel like our black men are like, I don't know if if it's a more broken than now, or if it's just because it's always in social media. Like I feel like they've been broken because, like we said, we take it back to growing up. You're taught not to be emotional.
I think
You're
it's
taught
just
not to be these things. So now it's like, because it's on camera, it's like, yo, like we're supposed to protect each other. We go back to that conversation about black people, the black community as a whole. If as a black woman, I feel like I'm threatened the most by a black man that is meant to protect me, who the
Such
heck
a
am I?
hoe.
Who am I
This guy in
supposed
the
to look
background.
at to protect me? If I can't go to the cops, I can't go to anybody else because my black men are doing these things crazily, and I don't even know. I'm doing what I normally do. I'm going to work.
And
Not,
guys, I
not
respect that.
enticing anybody, not doing anything, and you decide to follow me and learn my patterns and try to get into my home to harm me when you come from a black woman. It's like, yo, where's the disconnect?
So you know we're saying that that's wrong, right?
Yeah,
You know that.
yeah.
So my
wholeheartedly.
thing is
They're not
when you gave
condoning
me that situation
please.
with that dude,
Yeah.
that's what I'm trying to say that
Right.
resolves that.
Resolves it.
Yeah,
Ooh,
because
I don't
let me
know.
say, look. When you take that time to realize, like, I need to self-reflect, right? 6 to 8 months, no yam. You're not entitled to yams out here, dog. You have to earn it. Like you don't get to.
No, they're gonna.
That's what I'm trying to
take
This is what I'm saying.
They're gonna take it.
This is what I'm trying to say. This is what I'm saying is wrong. You have to realize that you need to attract energy. You can't take energy. You know what I'm saying? So with me, when I look at the broken guys that are out there, the reason why they're doing these things is because of there's sexual frustration. Right? You don't go into a sane person does not go into a woman's house talking about this. I'm gonna get my nut off. That's crazy.
But sometimes it's not about a nut though. Like to be honest, listen, can we not act like it's not about an abuse of power?
Sometimes
it's not about an abuse of an ego.
Okay,
like,
there's different
I can
factors.
take
so that's
You're
what
right.
I'm saying. So it's not necessarily about a nut. It's about the control. I can control this narrative. Oh, I can do this and make her do these things. I don't even care about the nut. But the fact that I overpowered a black woman or a woman at whatever, because it's not just happening to black women either. It's just happening to women, period.
Yeah, that's something I can relate to, man.
I think,
I
mean, I think to your point, I think it's just more in social media. I think it's always been happening.
Yeah.
I can't say it's gotten worse. I think it's just we see it more now.
Amplified.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I think it's amplified.
I agree.
But I mean, in order to solve that, like, when's the last time any of us black men's been to see a therapist?
Because it's looked at as taboo, and it goes back to the original equation where we said
I think it helps with
you
that.
are not supposed to be in touch with your emotional
Learning
side.
yourself.
You are supposed to. You got to learn yourself.
You learn yourself. Was that the title of this? Was this podcast?
No, it wasn't.
think this podcast is gonna be Black Men Cry, please. Oh my God.
I never said anything about crying. All I said was
Black men. The message of this podcast is black men crying, and then you'll stop being sexually frustrated. Yaaz, it's yams.
be in touch with your emotional side so that
If the world had yams in it, black men would be going crazy.
It's a billion freaking people in this world, and y'all still be stalking and doing a bunch of dumb stuff.
Yo, so tell me this: it be dudes that get yams. Why do they feel because this is what frustrated me
control.
as I was, younger, and we used to be out. They just feel like they can just touch a girl in a club.
Don't touch me.
Like, why do they think that's okay?
Don't touch me.
So it's like the music that we talk about, right? So now and this is why I said is you can't be in the house from the 6 to 8 month period beating off all crazy. Porn does something to you. Am I right or wrong? Porn does something to you. Music. Let's go back to music.
Yes.
All we seeing is pour champagne on these hoes and do all this type of stuff. So you don't think that had any effect in how
you're broke and you don't have champagne, you should not be thinking about pouring champagne on anybody.
Oh, I'm gonna make champagne pour.
Not.
But this is what I'm trying to tell you. There's a sexual frustration out there.
I agree.
And then in the media, man, I'm supposed to be getting this. Like when the dude makes a certain amount of money,
I'm gonna take it.
and for some reason he still ain't getting
It's the
what he's
worst.
supposed to get.
It's the worst.
I'm gonna take it.
When I do this,
Oh wait, it's you know what word it is? It's a sense of entitlement.
Yep.
You feel like you're entitled to it. Like, oh, I'm getting this. Why she ain't give it to me? Because she don't want to.
and men
Well, I'm gonna take it anyway.
always
'Cause I want
go
it.
for the lady that likes you. Stop going for the you follow. Like my thing is like this. King magazine was a thing when we were
It
kids,
was,
right?
Yep, double XL, all of
Loved
that.
every model in there.
Shout out to them.
Now I read that magazine, understanding that this is a fantasy.
It would be not. It wouldn't be
Vida
my
Gara
life.
and Esther Baxter don't want nothing to do
I love
with
Esther.
DebtFreeDeem.
I love it.
Right?
Yo,
Simple as that.
Vita's like 50. Like, how old is she now? She's.
I don't know. Man, you know what I saw the other day? Rosa Costa doing OnlyFans. Streets is bad.
Yeah,
She's
it's
bad.
Streets is bad.
It's bad. Esther's amazing.
You think you'd
She's
be-
still-
you think you'd be
Esther still
retired
looks-
out the
Esther
game.
still looks amazing.
You care?
Like,
This is a game you don't retire from. You don't retire from.
Oh my God.
Esther
Dang.
still looks amazing.
She's still taking shower videos. Like, what
Like
you
it's
doing?
just because I mean, listen,
You don't
that's their-
retire from this.
But again, they learn their lane, so that's what they. You know what I'm saying? That's what you do. So I think like to piggyback off of what like you were saying in the strip club when a girl is not supposed to basically entice a man.
Yeah.
They are in character, and men, women, whoever, not even just men, women also have to understand that they are in character. That's their job.
Who's in character?
Whoa, the stripper.
Whoa.
Hold on, listen to me. Listen to what I'm saying when I go that way.
I'm not
So,
using-
as a stripper, when you're going to, I don't know, I'm not a stripper, but I'm just going to assume.
I get what you're saying.
They go in there a character, so you gotta sell yourself to get the money. So you gonna be like, oh, you like this? Yeah, I like this. I like you. You're handsome. Them bitches don't feel nothing. So they trying to get the money.
So where's the part where somebody's paying your phone bill?
But listen to me.
That's real.
Wait, okay. So listen to me. Men have people that they like. So you're a regular customer. If you take it back to the Players Club, she had a customer that came in there. He was a regular because he was infatuated with her. He knew she was a stripper. He wanted to spend everything on her. But then he got creepy. She didn't do anything outside of what she was supposed to do.
Her job.
As a stripper. He took it and said, okay, well, she liked me because she's giving me a dance. This is her job.
So
you took it and said, okay,
let's do this because Players Club is a perfect example, and that's probably like the guy that we're exactly talking about. The situation is, on a box of cigarettes, there is a warning.
Yes,
right?
Absolutely.
If you do this too much, you can get lung cancer.
Right.
When does she ever say, hey, look, man, you're giving me a lot of money. I see. Hold on.
She said that.
She said what?
The movie. She's like, okay, you're bugged. Like she said.
No. When did she say, hey, you're coming in here every week and you're giving me a lot of money? She didn't say that.
Yeah, but why would she say that when that's the
That's the warning label.
No.
She's making it seem like she was dancing. He is infatuated. He's playing out of his level, his expectation, right?
Yeah.
That's
and she's allowing him to fall in lust.
I would have a warning, I would have a warning label for somebody. Hey, Jamie, I want to buy 10 homes. I want to keep coming to you to buy these homes.
You're the Boy Scout, right?
What's up?
Here's what I'm saying. If you know a girl, if you didn't want a relationship with a girl,
yeah,
it's okay.
She started doing above and beyond because she liked you.
Buy me stuff, watches.
I know 100%. You would say, hey, yo, man, like,
because
I can't accept this.
But we're
You're
talking
right. That's me.
about a stripper.
Yeah, that's not my. That's
her
her job.
job.
That's
We
her
have morals.
That's her job. Her job is to get money.
I guess strippers. I guess we're saying on this podcast, strippers to exploit men.
No.
That's
not what we're saying.
That's what we hear about.
That's what we're saying.
Ridiculous.
That's never
That's
what
not what
I
we're saying.
said. What I said was, as a job, you go into a strip club and you throwing money, and 9 times out of 10, it's paying for something. It's paying for something. It's paying for her tuition. It's paying for her rent.
I love how she started there, though.
It's paying for her cell phone
It's always
bill.
for the tuition.
It's paying for her way of living or whatever you're doing. Now, if you go in there Monday through Friday and you spend
it's your own fault, right?
Whoa, hold on. Absolutely is your own fault because you are accountable for yourself as a grown-ass man or woman.
Because that's her job,
I'm
right?
not just talking about men either.
Because that's her job, right?
That's how she makes her income.
Cool. So, gentlemen, here's what we can do now. Y'all just made it clear. So if a girl likes you more than you like her, it's okay to lead her on, right? It's okay to let her love on you.
You keep saying
as
this
much as possible.
If you're a male stripper, yeah.
If you thank you, we're
No.
talking
What about the pretend men? What about the pretend boyfriends?
No.
What about the pretend boyfriends?
That's the point. That's the
We're
point.
specifically talking about strippers. We're not talking about regular, everyday people.
You almost got it.
We're talking about a stripper.
You
You tried it.
You almost got it.
You tried it, and you're not going to get it.
Don't worry, man. I'm here for you,
You're
man.
not. He's not.
Can we get off the stripper topic?
We can get off the stripper topic, but I'm just saying.
I love strippers, man.
Yeah, I love strippers. I love strippers too.
I love strippers, and I know economically, like, I'm not throwing 1,000. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You're not throwing 1,000, but men that are infatuated.
But yes.
Listen, when they cannot get a woman and you go into a strip club and you can have any woman.
That's
that
their
you want.
affection. That's how they choose to pay for their affection.
You want a strip club because she's going to cater to you because that's her job. She's supposed to make you feel like you're special. So men that cannot get women outside of a strip club,
when you're
5'3",
5'2",
and that's my problem.
When you're 5'2",
And that's my problem.
and 250 pounds,
That's my problem.
she's still gonna give you a lap dance because you're paying for it.
That's my problem, and that's why I said it's not for. All right, so I don't even want to make it seem like it's not. It's a woman shouldn't do her job in a strip club. I'm saying for the guy in 6 to 8 months, you gotta understand,
know
bro.
Himself.
This is your cap.
Know
if you are going to the strip club, chill out with this bread.
Can you say it?
Because you could lose.
Can you say know himself?
You gotta learn.
You gotta know his limits. Say it.
You gotta learn yourself.
I need you to say it because that's what you're saying without saying it. Say it because this is what we've been saying the whole night.
Write in your journal what your budget is for the strip club, and you know.
So you gotta know your budget, which is in turn means know yourself and know your limitations. Kadeem's on the same side.
The thing is, I mean, you say you know yourself.
Thank you.
You think you know yourself pretty well, right?
Yeah.
You think that's helped you get yams in your life?
Knowing myself?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
what's up?
But what I'm trying to say is also putting myself out there.
But
Like,
you know
know
your
me.
limitations.
I don't try to do anything. I just try to be myself, and it works out. But I'm also a 6'4", 6'3"
Thank you.
black dude.
It's done.
Like,
He's
It's
six.
done.
I'm not like
He's
I'm not-
6'3".
I
He's
can't
6'3".
relate to the
6'2"
five.
and a
Let's
half,
calm
maybe.
down.
Say
I
now.
can't relate to that situation.
That's
But
what
what
I'm
I
saying.
will tell you is, have I been a food nigga before? Yes, and I cut that off quick. And I made rules for myself that I won't spend this, I won't do that.
Yeah.
Good dudes have given me game like, yo, make sure you don't get taken advantage of by certain situations.
Yeah.
So is that not you knowing your boundaries and knowing yourself?
It's no my wallet. You keep saying myself.
Is
I
that-
can't
No,
afford this.
my wallet.
I can't afford this.
That is
Is
You
that-
want to go to Ruth Chris?
Is
I
that-
can't do that, man.
Is that a limitation or is in knowing yourself or not?
No, that's somebody taking advantage of you.
Yeah, but you also know your limits. Like my pockets ain't holding that, so I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
there's
on- we're not
some
on the
guys
Ruth
that
Chris
will
budget.
know their limit and
And
still
try
go.
to go above and
Yeah,
beyond.
that's what I'm trying to say.
I get it, but what we're saying is you got to know your pockets, know yourself, know your limitations. If you cannot afford Ruth Chris, please stop trying to impress a woman to take her to Ruth Chris. Take her ass to Applebee's, because you'll be surprised by a lot of women that's okay with buffalo wings and French fries and chicken fingers and French fries. Don't let them fool you. So there we go.
You said it, not me.
Exactly.
So look, we gonna wrap this up, man. This podcast is Black Men It's Okay to Cry. Journal, do what you gotta do. Cry yourself a river.
Cry yourself.
Because that's the way you heal.
That's not what I said.
It is the holidays.
Cry yourself.
It is the
Happy
holidays.
holidays, people.
And I would be remiss if I didn't say, gentlemen, stop celebrating the pagan way. Take the trees down.
Women, stop celebrating pagan.
Take out the mistletoes. We don't need that. It's all about Jesus.
You gonna get kissed whether she like you or not, whether it's a mistletoe or there. She don't.
Kissed by someone in your expectations.
Oh
In your
wow!
expectations.
Please stay in your limits. Know your boundaries and stop trying to go
Know
outside.
your lane.
Please stay in where you can afford it, or
You
whatever
is
the case
afford.
may be.
You is
Stay
afford.
there.
Man, start dating women who can afford you this
Okay,
holiday
that too.
season.
That too.
You know what
That
I'm saying?
too.
Real
You know what I mean?
That's real
You can do
talk.
that
But
too.
look, it's been a Shot of Discourse. It's your boy, DebtFreeDeem. Off camera.
Keep me going like
All right,
the green
man.
light
We'll holler
bulb.
at y'all till next
Grab
time.
a does a sting it, make the bees budge. And it stink it, make the junk call them a beeline buzz. To all my great time, me enemy want be like us. Yo, gal, sit down from the cock, it even feel like budge. Me just roll up and split my feel sweet like fudge. Me not lie, me have to come back, gal, I feel tight, choke. Me just light up the weed, oh yeah. Dad, nothing, no day, I feel cocaine.